My name is Miss Mailer, and today we are going to be reading a story together. Alrighty, scholars. So, today we are reading a story about a pet. I want you to show me with a silent thumbs up or thumbs down if you have a pet. Go. Wow. Hands back and start. I see that a lot of you have a pet. I have a pet dog, and her name is Lucy. So, scholars, today we're going to be talking about the illustrator of a story and the author of a story. I know you guys already talked about those words before we started this video, but we're going to talk about them again because they're so important. So, scholars, the illustrator's job is to make the pictures. I'm going to say it, and then I want you to say the part that I don't say. Are you ready? Here we go. The illustrator's job is to make the pictures. The illustrator's job is to make the pictures. Good job, scholars. We're going to do that one more time, but now with the author. So, the author's job is to write the words. The author's job is to write the words. You got it, scholars. Good job. So, guess what? Today, we're going to read a new story, and I'm so excited because this story is about a very special pet. How do you think I know what this story is about, scholars? How do you think how do you think I know what the story is about? If I said it's about a very special pet. What do you notice? That's right, scholars. By looking at the front cover, we can find out so many things about a book. On the front cover of this book, I can see a title. And the title of this story is Harry the Dirty Dog. I can find the author on the front cover as well. The author is down here, and the author of this story is Jean Zion. And I can also find the illustrator on the front of our story. The illustrator of this story is Margaret Bloy Graham. So, scholars, I can use both the pictures and the words to figure out what the story is about, just like looking at the front cover. I think that this story is going to be about a dog because I see the picture of a dog and I see the word dog in the title. So, scholars, while we're reading, we're going to be thinking about how words and pictures work together to help readers understand the story. So, scholars, readers use the words and pictures. Good readers use the words and pictures. I'm going to say that, and then I want you to say part of it too. Ready? Good readers use the words and pictures. Good readers use the... Oop, Miss Mailer made a mistake. Silly Miss Mailer. Let's try that again. Readers use the words and pictures. Readers use the words and pictures. Good job, scholars. All right, let's go ahead and get started with reading our story. Harry the Dirty Dog. Harry was a white dog with black spots who liked everything except getting a bath. So, one day, when he heard the water running in the tub, he took the scrubbing brush and buried it in the backyard. What a silly dog. Then he ran away from home. Oh my goodness. He played where they were fixing the street, and he got very dirty. He played at the railroad and got even dirtier. he played tag with other dogs and became dirtier still. Scholars, when I read the words and pictures, I can tell that the author and illustrator were working together. Because I know this, because when I look at page 6, which is back here, I see, I meant to say page 8, silly Miss Mailer. When I look at page 8, I can see that Harry's paws were black because he is walking through a puddle and he's leaving black paw prints all over the yard. Oh my goodness. And it also said that Harry became very dirty. So I know that the author and illustrator are working together because as the author writes that Harry gets dirtier and dirtier, the illustrator draws Harry getting black paws and black spots, so he looks dirtier with each page. All right, guys, let's keep reading. He slid down a coal chute and got the dirtiest of all. In fact, he changed from a white dog with black spots to a black dog with white spots. Oh my gosh, scholars, I am thinking about how the author and illustrator are working together on this page. So, the author writes that Harry, where is he? The author writes that Harry changed from a white dog with black spots to a black dog with white spots. The author's words are telling me how Harry was changed. And I can see that in illustrations that Harry has also changed. Scholars, the illustrator is showing what the author said by drawing Harry as a black dog with white spots instead of a white dog with black spots. Oh my goodness, let's keep reading. Although there were many other things to do, Harry began to wonder if his family thought that he had really run away. He felt tired and hungry too, so without stopping on the way, he ran back home. When Harry got to his house, he crawled through the fence and sat looking at the back door. One of the family looked out and said, "There's a strange dog in the backyard. By the way, has anyone seen Harry?" Scholars, I have a question. Why doesn't the family believe that this dog is Harry? How do you know? Once you know, raise your hand and your teacher will ask you to share. Teachers, now's a good time to pause the video. Scholars, you're right. Harry is so dirty that his family doesn't even know it's him. In the illustrations, Harry is still black with white spots, and the family said, "No, that can't be Harry." Oh my goodness. Scholars, let's go back a page because Miss Mailer wants to look at this page again because I need to ask you another question. Scholars, why did Harry run back home? Let's read this page one more time. He felt tired and hungry too, so without stopping on the way, he ran back home. Think about those words. Why did Harry run back home? And how did you know? If you know the answer to that question, raise your hand and your teacher will ask you to share. Teachers, now is a good time to pause the video. Scholars, you're right. Harry ran back home because he was tired and hungry. And in the picture, he is walking past a restaurant with food, and the author told us that he ran back home without even stopping. All right, now that we answered that question, and we answered this question, let's keep reading. When Harry heard this, he tried very hard to show them that he was Harry. He started to do all his old clever tricks. He flip-flopped, and he flop-flipped, and he rolled over and played dead. He danced, and he sang. He did those tricks over and over again, but everyone shook their heads and said, "Oh no, it couldn't be Harry." Harry gave up and walked slowly towards the gate, but suddenly he stopped. He ran to a corner of the garden and started to dig furiously. Soon he jumped away from the hole, barking short, happy barks. He found the scrubbing brush, and carrying it in his mouth, he ran into the house. Up the stairs he dashed, with the family following close behind. He jumped into the bathtub and sat up begging with the scrubbing brush in his mouth. A trick he certainly had never done before. "This little doggie wants a bath," cried the little girl, and her father said, "Why don't you and your brother give him one?" Scholars, I have a question. Why did Harry grab the scrub brush and run up into the bathtub? Think about it. Once you know, raise your hand and your teacher will ask you to share. Teachers, now is a good time to pause the video. Scholars, you're right. Harry wants his family to clean him so he can show them that he is Harry. He wants to be cleaned so that they can see that he is Harry, the dog, the white dog with black spots, even though he looks black with white spots on this page because he's so dirty. All right, let's keep reading. Harry's bath was the soapiest one he'd ever had. It worked like magic. As soon as the children started to scrub, they began shouting, "Mommy! Daddy! Look, come quick!" "It's Harry! It's Harry! It's Harry!" they cried. Harry wagged his tail and was very, very happy. His family combed and brushed him lovingly, and he became once again a white dog with black spots. It was wonderful to be home. After dinner, Harry fell asleep in his favorite place, happily dreaming of how much fun it had been getting dirty. He slept so soundly, he didn't even feel the scrubbing brush he'd hidden under his pillow. Alrighty, scholars. Now that we're done reading our story, I have one last question for you. So teachers, our accumulating question today is, why do the author and illustrator need to work together? And what did they do in this story to do that? So teachers, go ahead and ask your scholars those questions. Scholars, we are done reading for today. I had so much fun reading about Harry the Dirty Dog with you, and I cannot wait until we read together next time. Bye, scholars.